Hello again to all the lack of people watching out there. This is going to be an issue on religion. Now, religion itself and ideologies like that are something that I don't usually like to talk about. It's something that it's honestly personal preference, and if you can believe whatever you want to believe, and I honestly don't care as long as you don't shove it in my face. But I figured I might as well make some sort of video on it, at least get something up on the channel, and I don't know, fuck it. First of all, the majority of my friends and most of the YouTubers that I religiously follow are atheist. I, however, am not. I'm not Christian in any sense of the word, really. But I am most definitely not atheist. Not really, anyways. My set of beliefs is a very complicated system, which doesn't fully fall under any ideological category at all. I know I'm starting to sound like a religious SJW with that. It's complicated. That's all I can say. First of all, I'm officially an ordained Dudist priest. If you want to learn more about Dudism, you can check it out at dudism.com. It's the slowest growing religion in the world with a little over 300,000 members. And it's just about abiding, man. Check it out. It's worth it. I'll put a link in the description below. We'll get it out of the way with things about me, first of all, because that'll be the basis for my opinions on other things. I was raised Mormon for pretty much my entire life, but it never took for me. I never got into it. I never bought into it. It just never appealed to me. I didn't agree with the majority of what they were preaching. And that's what kind of initially turned me off to Christianity in general, because I don't care what anybody says. If you believe that Jesus of Nazareth was the Son of God and the Savior of mankind, you are a Christian. It doesn't matter what denomination you are, if you're Protestant, Catholic, non-denominational, Mormon, Russian Orthodox, whatever you are, Baptist, anything. If you believe that Jesus Christ was the Savior of mankind, then you are a Christian, and you fall under that blanket term. Like I said, I was raised Mormon. It never took for me, though. I always just kind of rebelled against it. And it wasn't just the typical child rebelling against their parents' ideals. It was, I honestly just had plenty of qualms with the Mormon religion itself. But throughout high school, during my teen angst time, I was a LaVeyan Satanist. I had that period. I know. People don't want to admit it, but we all kind of went through that, oh, I'm so dark and edgy fucking portion of our lives. Just admit it, get it out of the way, and accept that you've moved on from that idiocy. But one thing that appealed to me about the Satanism was just true LaVeyan Satanists are really more humanists than anything. They don't even believe. They're kind of an atheist sect in a sense, because true LaVeyan Satanists don't even believe that the Bible is true. They don't believe God exists. They don't even believe Satan exists. They think the Bible is the greatest work of fiction ever written, and they believe in the fundamental ideals of the fictional character of Lucifer. Which I can honestly respect that, just accepting the fact that the Bible is not a fact-based book. There are some historical accuracies in it because of the time periods it was written, but for the most part, every aspect of the Bible is allegory. It's stories told to teach a lesson. So looking at it as such is an admirable thing. From there, after high school, I kind of wisened up, and I was an atheist through for the period after high school, during my very short military stint, and during my periods homeless, and also through college after that. I was pretty much atheist, just completely the typical types of atheists that you see nowadays, just going around denouncing Christianity at every opportunity, things like that. Completely in your face about the atheism bit. It was, I'm kind of ashamed, but like I said, in the past. After that, after college, after my atheist phase, I actually started studying theology on my own. And it's fascinating when you actually start looking into all the different aspects of the multiple religions around the world. And not just the mainstream ones, Buddhism, Taoism, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, even atheism, things like that. Even beyond them, if you look at the scope of the religions in the world, it's very, very interesting. And each of them seems to have some correlating truths within them. While the majority of it is just religion itself, and that's where the problem lies, there are always those nuggets of wisdom and the nuggets of truth in every religion. So during my studies on theology, I figured some of these things out, and it's kind of what helped me to form the ideals that I have right now, which are basically, like I said, it can't really be classified, because in some instances I'm agnostic, in the fact that I'm not completely sure whether a God exists or not. I haven't seen any evidence for or against the idea of a higher power of some sort. But I'm also atheist in the sense that I do not believe that whatever higher power there is some sort of sentient entity, like some sort of higher being. I honestly don't believe that. It's, for the most part, I guess you would have to say that I'm kind of a universalist in a sense. I feel that there has to be something out there higher than us. Some sort of greater thing. Best term I can think of, like the overall converging energies of the multiverse itself. The great will of the macrocosm, as it were. That's what I believe to be out there as a higher being. And it's not something to be worshipped. It's something that's just there. It's everything. It is everything. It's not some intelligent being that sends people down to our planet to die for our sins or to preach us a gospel. It's just there. It's non-concerned with anything that's happening within it, and it's just fucking there. So with that as a basis of what I believe, let's get into my views on other religions. Let's start with particularly Christianity and Islam and Judaism, the Abrahamic religions. And to be honest, while at least Christianity and Judaism have some good moral values at their basis. For the most part, the Abrahamic religions, all of them, are completely outdated. They were established by primitive cultures millennia ago to explain things that they did not have the science to explain yet. And so, there's no reason for people in a modern age to be using these 2,000-year-old plus beliefs to dictate how they and other people should be living their lives. It's fucking ridiculous that anybody would even think that they should. And granted, people can believe what they want to, but I'm still gonna mock you for it. That's just the simple fact of it all. And it's completely outdated. And it's pointless to think of some bearded man in the sky judging us and punishing us for sins that are only sins because he said so. Yeah, I see, I'm starting to sound like an atheist now. It's where it comes in again. But it's not really atheism, just anti-Abrahamism, anti-Christianity. I disagree with it for the most part in general. Just because it's outdated, it's useless to us in the modern day. And people need to move on from these ancient ideologies that are just holding humanity back. Get the fuck over it and move on. Insert "it's the current year" fucking motif here. Anyway, moving on to we'll just get to atheism, because I do honestly have some problems with a lot of the atheists out there these days. And not all of them, it's one thing that bugs me about a lot of atheists is they are just as bad as vegans, with shoving it in your face. It's like, yes, does anybody in the audience have a question? Oh, yes, I'm an atheist. That's the type of bit it is. They'll take any opportunity to tell you that they are. They'll take any opportunity they can to just slam on Christianity, even if the example they're using contradicts what they're trying to say. I saw one, it was some atheist meme. It was posted on the Facebook page, Atheist Jesus, which is an overall decent page. I like some of the comedic content, but this one thing took two verses. I can't remember exactly which ones, but they were two verses from, I believe, Proverbs, and tried to use them as showing how many contradictions the Bible has, and the Bible is full of contradictions. One of my favorite quotes of all time is from The Simpsons, when Ned Flanders actually said, "Dear God, why am I being punished like this? I've done everything the Bible told me to, even the parts that contradict all the other parts." The Bible is full of contradictions, and there's plenty to be used, but this particular atheist meme was using these two verses from Proverbs that didn't contradict each other at all. They were basically both saying and, they were repeating each other. So in no way were they contradicting. They were utterly complementing each other in the fact that these two verses were just restating the same thing twice. And it was something about trusting in your own heart is something you shouldn't do, but trusting in God with your heart is something you should do. And they were trying to point out that it was a contradiction, that, you should trust in God with all your heart, but trusting in your heart is stupidity. But the difference here is, one is putting the trust in your heart. The other is putting the trust in God. The placement of the trust is the difference here, where you're putting it. You can fully have something in your heart, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. It's not a contradiction, but they were trying to say it was, because a lot of atheists nowadays they're so desperate to just decry the great Christian majority that they'll jump on any chance they have, even if it proves them to be wrong. Like, stop trying so hard, atheists. It's not that hard. Christians, for the most part, prove themselves wrong with their backwards beliefs. You don't need to argue with Christians at every fucking opportunity, because it's pointless. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And atheists nowadays are literally trying to force Christians to drink the fucking water. And you're never going to turn them. You're never going to argue well enough to defeat the religion that they were raised in. Even people, even if they're a recent convert, if they believe in it honestly enough that they changed their beliefs to convert, you're not going to be changing them again, not this soon. And not with your fucking shit arguments. So anyway, we're running a bit long on this video. It's the longest video I've even done so far, so I'm gonna cut it short here. If you enjoyed what I said, like and subscribe. If you didn't enjoy what I said, fuck you, like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at Tartan Sandpaper, and this has been Nobody of Consequence ranting into the void. You can all fuck off for all I care. Have a nice day.